More Than We Deserve, and it is by my colleague, Robbie Walsh. I heard the second Brandenburg Concerto played in honor of Bach's 300th birthday, and I was swept away. I remembered a story I heard about the people who send messages into outer space, and someone suggested sending a piece by Bach, and the reply was, "But that would be bragging." Some say we get what we deserve in life, but I don't believe it. We certainly don't deserve Bach. What have I done to deserve the second Brandenburg Concerto? I have not been kind enough. I have not done enough justice. I have not loved my neighbor or myself sufficiently. I have not praised God enough to have earned a gift like this. Life is a gift we have not earned and for which we cannot pay. There is no necessity that there be a universe, no inevitability about a world moving toward life and then self-consciousness. There might have been nothing at all. Since we have not earned Bach or crocuses or lovers, the best we can do is express our gratitude for the undeserved gifts and do our share of the work of creation. So ends our reading this morning. You know what I want for Thanksgiving? I want an unalloyed Thanksgiving holiday. I want a Thanksgiving where I don't have to balance what I'm grateful for against hardships and fears and despair. I want a Thanksgiving where I can just give thanks with a pure and open heart, full of joy at all I have been given and not earned. You know what? I haven't had one of those in years and years and years. Maybe I haven't had one of those since my childhood, and maybe, if I'm being honest with myself, I didn't even have one of those then. We human beings don't get unalloyed joy, gladness that's unmixed with sorrow, happiness without even a trace of fear or worry or anxiety. Unlike other animals, some of which seem to know gladness in the present, we are made with that self-consciousness. We are made with a sense of the future and remembrance of the past. Everything that we love and enjoy bears the trace of what we cannot forget, that everything is transitory. Everything that lives, eventually or sooner than we want, dies. That bad things have happened in the past and can and will surely happen in the future. So here we are. Another president is going through an impeachment process. Another election was lost here in Mississippi. We've learned that thousands and thousands of children have been separated from their parents at the border, and too many are being caged and abused right here in Mississippi and in my home state of Louisiana. Climate change brought an early and ugly winter to the deep south, and many people suffered. In general, things are not what we want them to be. Individually, many of us are coping with health problems for ourselves or for a close loved one, or we find the holidays painful because of all the folks no longer with us or too far from us to celebrate with us. or are estranged from people with whom we were once close, or we have found a loved one sinking into memory loss, or we're coping with financial stresses. Not one of us has a clean slate. None of us comes to this Thanksgiving with completely open hearts and unalloyed joy. Not one of us. So the question is, how do we find gratitude when times are hard? And when we're honest, we know that all times are hard in their own way. Exactly this Sunday last year, I was in Panama City, Florida, preaching to them about celebrating the holidays after a devastating hurricane and the dispiriting work of recovery. And in a way, in a sad way, that was an easy sermon for me because I had preached something really, really similar about 12 years before in New Orleans after Katrina. The message then and now remains the same. There will always be things to deplore and be mad and sad about. But it is also true that there will also be things to be grateful for. It is a good spiritual discipline to remember all our treasured blessings, to hold them close to our hearts, to lift up and be glad about the things that bring us joy. No matter what negative things are happening to us or in the world, we can always dig deep and find the positive things to be grateful for. Hold on to that little jewel you picked up during the gratitude ritual. I'm going to leave that plate here, and next Sunday when you do gratitude a second time, because yes, we all need to keep doing gratitude, pick up more of them if you need them. Let these jewels be your reminder when you feel low. There is a wonderful, moving poem by poet W.S. Merwin, a poet I greatly admire, that I first came upon after Katrina, and it has helped me so much to get through hard times and to remember to say thank you no matter what's going on. I want to share the poem with you now. Listen, with the night falling, we are saying thank you. We are stopping on the bridges to bow from the railings. We are running out of the glass rooms with our mouths full of food to look at the sky and say thank you. We are standing by the water, thanking it. Standing by the windows, looking out in our directions. Back from a series of hospitals, back from a mugging. After funerals, we are saying thank you. After the news of the dead, whether or not we knew them, we are saying thank you. Over telephones, we are saying thank you. In doorways and in the backs of cars and in elevators, remembering wars and the police at the door and the beatings on the stairs, we are saying thank you. In the banks, we are saying thank you. In the faces of the officials and the rich and of all who will never change, we go on saying thank you, thank you. With the animals dying around us, taking our feelings, we are saying thank you. With the forests falling faster than the minutes of our lives, we are saying thank you. With the words going out like cells of a brain, with the cities growing over us, we are saying thank you faster and faster. With nobody listening, we are saying thank you, thank you, we are saying and waving, dark though it is. Amen, Ashe, Shalom, Salam, Namaste, blessed be. Sandra, would you tell us what our closing hymn is?
The closing hymn is number 159.
159 in your
This is my
hymnals.
song. For me, this is the Brandenburg Concerto of Hymns. It is really one of the most beautiful in the hymnal. It is the theme from Finlandia, which was composed by John Sibelius. It is the theme, the national anthem of Finland. And what else can I say? It's just, oh, I know what I want to say. I'm going to play it for you first because it's tricky to sing. It has long phrases and then it has a long pause after the phrase. So I want you to hear it first before you try to sing it.
This is my song, O God of all the nations, a song of peace for lands afar and nigh. This is my home, the country where my heart is.
benediction from Bruce Southward. We have paused this hour to honor the Spirit and to accept ourselves as fragile humans, equally full of nobility and strength. We have gathered, as we do each week, weary of life's trials, yet cheered by infinite possibilities for love's grace. We were met with smiles and glad voices for both old friends and for new. We have rejoiced in the keen intellect and the warm heart. We have remembered those whose opportunities and needs our society thwarts, and we have given thanks for all the blessings that are ours. We have praised all who extend a hand in service and whose vision of justice commands action. We have given thanks and been made whole. May this give us strength in the weeks to come. So might this be. Amen, Ashe, Shalom, Salam, Namaste, blessed be. Let's join hands as we're able for our charge.